Hello, everyone. My name is Jaybird, and welcome back to 1000 Lies. This is the 10th week that I've been doing these videos. Wow! Without any further ado, let's get right back to where we left off last time. Which should be this one? Yeah. I'm at the nurse's office. Rather than leaving the school through the main entrance, I prefer going out from here instead. It isn't like there's a real nurse here though, so the attendant is actually the groundskeeper. She handles a lot of different tasks, from paperwork to carrying all of the keys. If you persuade her that you're sick enough, you can take a nap here for a while and sneak out after she leaves. Since she handles so many different things, she won't usually notice if you're gone by the time she comes back. In any case, she doesn't trust anyone, so the nurse's office collects dust more than anything. Then, how'd I convince her to let me stay? Easy. I told her the truth. My right leg aches badly. I sit on one of the beds and massage my leg from the knee down, hoping it'll lessen the pain. Afterwards, I take out a small bottle of painkillers and stare at it as it sits in the palm of my hand. I decide against opening it and put it back in my pocket. I lay on the bed and close my eyes before I start taking deep breaths until I eventually feel myself getting lost in deep thought. Ooh. The new substitute must be pissed. She may have not seen us do it, but it's just a matter of time until she figures it out. Nobody got hurt, but even I recognize that we went overboard. If yesterday's prank made her angry, I can't imagine how she took this one. I wonder, will they finally punish me this time? After 15 minutes, I feel better. I get up and walk over to the window. The nurse's office is on the first floor, so we can climb down into the back field, making it the perfect place to sneak out from. I haven't made a habit of it, but this won't be the first time that I escape out this window when I want to play hooky. Let's see. Although it's a small fall, my leg still hurts. Thankfully, it's tolerable, but that doesn't change how uncomfortable feeling it is. I'll rest more once I'm home. Better get going. There's a fence behind the school that separates it from the park. No one goes back there, and the fence has a locked gate that's easy to pick if you're skilled enough. Once you're in the field, the park is only several steps away. I make my way through the park into the pond and begin writing in my notebook. It's not like I have anything better to do, but you'd think by now I would have learned how dangerous it is to walk around with my face stuffed in a book. Well, that escalated quickly. What was that? Something suddenly hits me in the stomach. Thankfully, it doesn't really hurt. At first I don't see anything, but when I look down, I find the culprit. That hurts. At my feet, there's a girl with her hands wrapped around her head. At first I think it's because she ran into me, but then she starts to panic for seemingly another reason. She keeps swatting at the air around her, and when she realizes that there's nothing there, she goes pale. My hat! She gets visibly nervous, her eyes darting around the area. Why did I say the sea? I already forgot the voice I gave her. After a moment, she settles on looking at my shoes, or more precisely, what's behind them. None other than her previously missing hat. I bend over to pick it up, brushing the dirt off as best as I can before handing it back to her. This is yours, right? The girl nods in relief as she reaches out her hands to retrieve her possession. At the last second, I raise my arms and pull the hat out of her reach. She seems familiar somehow. Her name is on the tip of my tongue, but nothing comes to mind. I'm positive I've met her before. I bring the hat closer to her, watching as her face lights up with happiness. But I still can't remember who she is. One more time. I move the hat out of her reach and watch her as she automatically grows anxious. I could do this all day. Finally, I relent and return her belonging. I know better than to tease little girls too much. She gets up and inspects her hat, desperately placing it back upon the top of her head as if her life depends on it. She looks so happy. Some people are so easily satisfied. But I still haven't figured out how I know her. Maybe taking a closer look will help. She responds doubtfully, staring me down as she slowly takes two steps towards me. Eventually, we're only inches apart from each other. I still can't remember her. It's like I know her, but I can't put a name to the face. Suddenly, she surprises me and breaks the silence with a question.
Are you going to keep staring like that or kiss me already?
Actually, I don't want to give her that voice. Let me change her voice.
Are you going to keep staring like that or kiss?
No, I feel like that's too much.
Are you going to kiss me?
Wait, that sounds a lot like Ziva.
Are you serious right now?
No. Wait. If you look closely into her eyes, you can see crosses, like the Christian cross. Let me figure out a voice for her real quick.
Are you going to keep staring like that or kiss me already?
There we go, let's go with that. I suddenly break the Guinness World Record for backflips, barely managing to stutter anything in response. Kiss you? I wasn't going to!
Oh, so it was a staring contest. I won, right? What's my reward?
Once she shows me her radiant smile, I remember who she is. That nutcase from yesterday. I think part of me tried to block that event out of my memory, understandably so. However, I have to admit that I'm pretty curious to know what her deal is. Our encounter yesterday was just so random and weird that I can't help but feel curious. There's no reward. It wasn't a contest in the first place. I just couldn't remember who you were. Mysterious girl, why?
Mysterious girl, why?
X is already taken. It's a long story. Look, it doesn't matter. It was just a misunderstanding. Let's start over again from the beginning. Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Claire Arguris. I'm 18 years old. My blood type is B. I'm 4'9" tall. I weigh 97 pounds. My measurements are 25, 20, 27. My favorite color is silver. And my favorite periodic table element is tungsten.
Oh, good choice. Tungsten is my favorite metal. No, wait a second. Don't mess with me. What kind of introduction was that? You said you're 18 years old? Are we in the same grade? I thought you were a kid.
How would I know? You haven't even introduced yourself yet. What kind of gentleman refuses to introduce himself to a lady before conversing with her?
I totally understand that you're nervous after failing to kiss me, but you have... Oh, I misread that. I'm so sorry. I thought that said Sharon for a sec. I'm sorry.
I totally understand that you're nervous after failing to kiss me, but you have to get over it. Believe in yourself. Second time's the charm.
I wonder if she's doing that on purpose or if she really is insane. In the end, I decide to introduce myself, pushing aside her weird attempts at cheering me up. Without getting into too much detail, explain what I'm doing here so I can resolve the misunderstanding, if there ever was a misunderstanding in the first place. I know that I shouldn't just go with the flow, but I think that it's probably harmless to observe this odd specimen. After I introduce myself, I try to learn more about her. She responds quickly and clearly when I ask about her studies. She tells me that she's currently studying at the other side, Enate Institute. That explains how I didn't know her when we were in the same grade and there are only 2 schools in the area. When I ask her what she's doing at the park, however, her attitude changes dramatically.
I wanted to skip school, so that's what I did. Nothing else to it.
So you're a troublemaker, I see. It suits you. You already have the issues for it.
Maybe, but I have my own reasons for it too.
The tenderness in her words, even after I've mocked her, surprises me. Is this really the same girl from a minute ago? What reasons are those?
I already told you the truth, because I wanted to. But you won't believe me, right? The most logical reasons would be that I felt too stressed out, controlled and pressured, and that's why I ran away. Those types of things could easily lead me to do this. Would that answer satisfy you? That isn't why I came here, but it's the conclusion you're going to arrive at anyway, so I don't need to give you any more details.
Hold on. If you don't want to answer, then you don't have to. No need to take it so seriously. Everyone has a right to keep their secrets.
Is that so?
It's obvious that Claire doesn't believe me. What's wrong with her? I don't understand.
It's a lot easier when you have a convenient excuse. For example, when someone invites you out but you don't want to go out, if you tell them you have to work, take a test, or go on a date with your sweetheart, then you can get rid of the issue in the blink of an eye. Speak of the devil. Tell me, Sharon.
Claire takes a deep breath and closes her eyes for a second before casually asking me an unexpected question.
Do you want to go out with me?
What?
Be my boyfriend, my partner, my better half. It wasn't a difficult question.
This is the second time she's thrown an inconceivable question at me. What kind of joke is this? We haven't even known each other 5 minutes before she confesses to me. She seems to be completely serious right now. Her face says that she's not messing around. She sincerely confessed to me. I believe her so much that it's scaring me. I hesitate, stuttering whilst trying to answer. I have a difficult time looking her in the eyes. I'm too nervous and frightened. Claire then places her index finger against my lips, silently telling me to stop.
You took too long to answer, and that's no good. A half-baked answer won't do it for me. After all, to me the most important thing is that you're truthful.
I swallow deeply while lost in thought, questioning how difficult it is to decipher her words, or rather her. Claire seems to notice my uncertainty, or maybe it's curiosity. She turns around and begins pacing with her hands behind her back. It looks like she's looking for or thinking about something. With a smile on her face, she finally announces her thoughts.
I know. Let's play a game. You made as an example. It's pretty simple, so you'll be able to understand what I was trying to say.
Claire's in high spirits, more like she was at the beginning of our conversation. I shrug. It isn't like I have anything to say about it anyways.
Imagine on the top of that tree over there that there's a nest with baby birds, and waiting on top of that rock next to it is a hungry cat. Let's call him Keniza.
Keniza? Why Keniza? Or Seniza? Is it Seniza or I don't know. Seniza.
I don't know. It's cute. Don't you like it?
Why aren't you naming the birds too?
Giving names to imaginary birds? Are you totally insane?
I forgot who I was talking to for a second. Please just get on with it before I decide to drown someone in the pond.
There isn't much else to say. The question is simple. What do you do?
That's a pretty unimaginative question, hey? I can't talk. My nose is clogged up. My sinuses are dying. That's a pretty unimaginative question, eh? It's pretty typical. You know, if you scare the cat away and save the chicks, then the cat will die of hunger. If you help the cat, then the birds will die. In the end, you have to choose who dies and who lives. Most people would just let nature take its course since you can't have everything work out perfectly all the time. It's the circle of life, Simba and stuff.
That's the problem, though. Aren't you part of nature, too? It's easy to forget that when it's convenient for you. If I choose to take the cat with me, then I do it for everyone. So it's not viable. I can't involve myself anyways because maybe the cat prefers to live that way. Those are the excuses we make so that we can benefit the most in the end, to make our lives easier. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're only human. There are times when even our selfish decision is the best one too. But can you accept what comes afterwards?
What comes afterwards?
That's why I don't plan on explaining myself to you any further and why I won't accept any half-baked love confessions from anyone. Get it? Next time, try to do a better job, alright?
For some reason, it all seems to make sense to Claire, but I'm not as convinced. I don't know what the hell she just tried to explain to me at all. Some say it's impossible to understand women. This lady wins first place, hands down, as the most complicated.
Oh, I gotta go. I forgot my bag in the classroom, and if I don't go back before the next class starts, I might lose it.
Why didn't you bring it with you? That's what I did. I also switched desks with another guy so it wouldn't look like I'd left. He isn't guilty of anything, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. Isn't that what you just tried to tell me?
What are you even talking about?
My criminal record, nothing you should pay attention to. To be completely honest with you, I just wanted to get the last word in after your weird tirade.
Don't worry about it, Sheeran. Not everything in the world makes sense. We're already ninja accomplices. Our bond is thicker than blood. You don't have to hide anything from me, comrade.
I don't think anybody has ever gone to jail for skipping class, but if they do go after us, I plan on blaming it all on you, comrade.
Boo. You were so nice the other day and now you're acting like this. What a letdown, Sheeran. Negative 50 affection. Minus 50 affection. Don't give up, though. I know you're better than that. Believe in yourself and me, alright? Until next time.
Ending our conversation with words of encouragement, Clara starts to walk away. She turns around and enthusiastically waves to me after every couple steps. So enthusiastic for a goodbye. And I just lost 50 affection! Now that I think about it, she said weird things last time, too. I may not know what goes on in her head, but I know one thing for sure. For better or worse, this probably won't be the last time that I cross paths with her. Well, guys, that's gonna be it for this episode of 1000 Lies. If you like this episode of 1000 Lies, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!